Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Hager. This is their part number 236W. Concave wall stop. This is a 236W. This is probably one of the most ubiquitous pieces of Hager product that exist. It is an inexpensive wrought type doorstop, meaning the construction of the scalp plate is by the process, the wrought process, versus the higher caliber manufacturing process known as cast or casting. The cast version of this would be a 234W. In casting, you would use when a higher caliber of hardware is being demanded on the job, like you'd see in public projects, things of that nature. And there's a substantial price difference, obviously, between the two. This is going to be, made of a non-ferrous brass bronze base material, depending on the finish. But the material thickness is far less than a cast process. And you'll notice when you're almost doubling the cost for a wall stop, you'll understand it's the quantity and caliber of the material that's used herein. Now, this is a concave wall stop. There are convex wall stops, ones that go out. Concave go in. You're going to use a concave when you have a function of a lock that incorporates a push button, possibly a push turn button, but a push button would be a privacy set or an office function. A push turn button would be an entrance lock that you can have just operate as a office function. The point is, when the door opens, you don't want the button to be automatically depressed every time the door opens and makes contact with the wall stop. That's because you can then probably pull the door closed and it's still locked on the outside. Not all locks work that way. Many will automatically force the button to extend when the latch bolt is depressed, but many don't operate that way. Kids will play a joke on each other. Push the button, pull the bathroom door closed when you're waiting. Haha, it's locked. Not funny. A concave version will not permit that sort of problem to occur. So it'd be very typical for a job site to have concave and convex as well, sometimes a mixture of both. You could certainly just run concave on everything, like if you had a bathroom door that had push and pull hardware, there'd be really nothing stopping you from using a concave versus a convex. You might do it just for the sake of simplicity, so you're not worried about multiple or two different types. Okay. Now, they have a diameter of this at 2 7/16. Indeed, pretty close to 2.5. They have a projection of 1 inch to the bumper. That'd be spot on, or maybe just a little shy. Thickness of the base itself looks like it's about 3/8 of an inch. Installation of this is very simple and straightforward. The screw is already there. It's captive. Okay. It is accessed. You access it by taking your number 2 Phillips and putting it right through that hole in the rubber bumper. You're not going to damage it. It's meant to be done that way. Then Hager gets you started with both a plastic anchor and a toggler. There is a link below this video to a document called Installation. Basically what it's saying is mark the hole, mark the place where you want the wall stop. Then depending on the anchor type, you're going to use a 5/16 of an inch drill bit for the plastic anchor or a 3/8 for the toggle anchor. You need to be able to create the hole for the anchor and then just your number 2 Phillips screwdriver, and your installation is really off to the races. So you'd probably take that door, mark the location where you want the hole to be or want the wall stop to be, and install it that way. There is, the very likely requirement that one of these 2 anchors will not serve your purpose, but they get you started at least. There is a link also to the product catalog, which is very handy because it will allow you to review all of the wall stops and holders from Hager. This is a 236. That's a wrought concave. Its sister product, the 232, is the convex wrought version. The 230 and the 234 are its cast versions. You can see there that it's available in lots of finishes. US3 for polished brass, US4 for satin brass, US5 for antique brass, US9, oh, antique brass, forgive me, Satin brass. Oh, wait a minute. Hold the phone, Governor. Antique brass. US9. Polished bronze, maybe? Oh, I'm curious. I'm going to pull up and see what US9 is. I forget. There is a link on our website, upper right-hand corner, called Contact Us. When that loads, click the link to the video gallery. Scroll all the way down to that page 1 and then go to page 2, at least currently. You're looking for finish chart for architectural hardware. US9, I got it right, polished bronze, I said. I think I said that correct. That'd be a 611 finish. Bright bronze clear coated. That is a gorgeous finish. Polished bronze with a clear coat. I hardly ever see that. Hardly ever. US10B, 6th finish. Oil rub bronze. US15 satin nickel. US15A antique nickel. US19, that's black. That's the new polished brass black. Very popular. US26 polished chrome. US26D satin chrome. US32 polished stainless. US32D satin stainless. 13 finishes, 2 different base materials that are listed there. This is the US10B oil rubbed bronze. Okay, so lots of finishes. Hager does a good job when it comes to variety of finishes. No one has a US9 like Hager in a wrought stop. I'm actually in disbelief that I could actually order that and get some polished bronze sent to me that aren't cast. Page 2, as you scroll through that product catalog, you're going to see other options. If I was going to continue to waste your time with this video, I would draw your attention to the 250W. That's a tiny little 1-inch diameter wall stop. Really great in those applications where something that's 2.5 inch is just overkill. You could use that on cabinet doors, cabinet sort of applications where you've got, I've got a personal experience where someone that I happen to be related to for 25 plus years, love of my life, ordered some wallpaper for our 60 square foot bathroom that seemed to be $1 million per square foot. Well, I'll be darned if that cabinet door was going to open up and hit my tweed wallpaper or my silver leopard print or whatever in the gospel it was. Put that tiny little 1-inch on there, and that cabinet door wasn't going to damage that wall over time. Perfect. Nobody noticed it. In fact, the vanity with its 2 doors, this door opened up to the wall. Well, when you enter the bathroom, you've got a left-hand door. The vanity sits behind here. You enter the bathroom, you close the door. That's the only time you actually see that little wall bumper, or can see it actually. Very small. A couple of door stops and holders that are there. Heavy-duty wall-mounted stops. Both manual and automatic are listed there. Finally, there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Hager products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. I'm partial to Hager, and it's going to be certainly because my family's been selling Hager literally since the 1970s, and was on a very close basis with the Hager rep when I first started in the industry. That brought tremendous exposure to Hager and therefore familiarization with the product line. But speaking objectively, I've got clients that call up and order something Hager, and they'll say, how quickly can I get it? Well, Hager's got a 3-week lead time on that. Are you interested in an alternate? Nope, I'll wait for the Hager. And I experience that all the time with Hager, and I say that's a good thing. I mentioned we've been buying from them since the 1970s. Well, Hager's been in business for sure since the 1870s, if not earlier. And that's a lineage that they take pretty measurable pride in. That comes through every time you talk to them. And they're people, when you call over there, they're customer service reps, they're pretty dangerous on their feet. They're not tech support, but they're able to work the product, the price catalog. If you've got a question, they can get you through it. They're responsive, dependable, reliable. And I tip my cap to them because they are attempting to continue, they're not attempting, they are continually evolving their product line to compete against the 2 big, well, maybe 3 big players in the industry that really govern everything door and hardware related. On that manufacturer's link where you can pull up all of the Hager products we sell, a link to the website, to their website and their product catalog. I also have a video and the document that goes with it on the Hager keying system. They have their own keyway, their own system of keying, which is a unique take, bringing in several pieces of of locksmithing fundamentals into a single system. That is interesting. If you are into locksmithing, you are a locksmith, and you're not familiar with Hager's system, dive into that. You might say, that's interesting. And it might just stop there, but you at least will be aware of it. Any questions on the Hager? This is their part number 236W, wall stop and an oil rub bronze finish, or any other Hager product. Please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.